Welcome to Basic General Knowledge. Today we're diving into fascinating facts about the human eye, truly one of nature's most incredible creations.
Hey Rachel, did you know that our eyes are actually processing about 36,000 pieces of information every hour? It's mind-blowing when you think about it.
Wow, that's incredible. I had no idea. What would you say is the most important part of the eye for processing all that information?
Well, it all starts with the cornea. That's the transparent front layer. Think of it like the windshield of your car. But the real magic happens with these amazing cells called rods and cones in the retina.
Oh, right, I've heard of those. The cones are for color vision, aren't they?
Exactly. And here's something cool. The rods handle our night vision. You know how when you first walk into a dark room you can barely see anything? That's your rods kicking into action.
That makes sense. But what about when we go from dark to light? Why does that hurt our eyes so much?
That's where the iris comes in. It's like a camera aperture that controls how much light enters the eye. When it's bright, it contracts to protect your retina. When it's dark, it opens wide to let in more light.
Fascinating. And what about the lens? I always get confused about how that works.
Think of the lens like the autofocus on your smartphone camera. It actually changes shape to help you focus on objects at different distances. Pretty neat, right?
That's such a good analogy. Speaking of focus problems, what causes people to be nearsighted or farsighted?
So, nearsightedness, or myopia, happens when your eye is slightly too long, making distant objects blurry. Farsightedness, or hyperopia, is the opposite. Your eye is too short, so nearby things are blurry.
And what about those annoying eye floaters? Are they dangerous?
Usually not. They're just tiny pieces floating in the vitreous humor. That's the gel-like substance filling your eye. Most of the time, they're completely harmless.
Oh, that's good to know. I've always wondered about eye pressure too. Isn't that related to glaucoma?
Yes. Glaucoma occurs when there's too much pressure inside your eye. It's like having too much air in a balloon. It can damage the optic nerve if not treated.
And the optic nerve is basically the eye's USB cable to the brain, right?
That's a perfect way to put it. It carries all those visual signals straight to your brain for processing. Without it, we couldn't see anything at all.
Speaking of seeing things, what about people who are colorblind?
That's actually related to those cone cells we mentioned earlier. Color blindness happens when some of those cones aren't working properly, making it hard to distinguish certain colors.
And I've heard staring at screens can be bad for your eyes. Is that true?
Yes, it can cause digital eye strain. The best way to prevent it is the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds.
That's such a useful tip. Any other eye care advice you'd like to share?
Remember to protect your eyes from UV rays, get regular checkups with an ophthalmologist, and give your eyes plenty of rest. They're working hard for you every single day.
This has been so informative. Who knew there was so much to learn about our eyes?
Absolutely. The human eye is truly remarkable. Remember everyone, please follow for more interesting general knowledge videos. There's always something new to discover.